Air fryer roasted pork. The two things were simply meant to go together. Pork roasted in the air fryer produces wonderfully moist, tender meat and quite simply the best crackling you've ever tasted. I've experimented and tried this several different ways, and let me tell you that if you follow this tried and trusted method of mine, you will have the absolute best, most successful crackling joint you've ever cooked. And best of all, it'll be done to perfection in half the time it would take in a conventional oven. I'm using a 1 kilogram, that's 2¼ pounds, pork loin crackling joint, and the first thing we need to do is score it. Scoring the meat is essential to good crackling, but the skin can be really tough and difficult to cut. I've found the best tool for this is a Stanley craft knife. It's sharp enough to pierce the skin and create clean slices of the perfect depth. Place the joint onto a board and using your knife begin to score the rind, going through the skin and into the fat, but not so deep that it goes through to the meat underneath. This is really important. If you score too deeply, your crackling may not crisp up. Take a look here. You can see that the rind has been scored just through to the fat, but the meat is not visible underneath. Next, we want to remove as much moisture out of the rind as possible. Rub salt all over the skin, making sure to get it right into the scoring, and now leave the joint to rest for at least 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, the pork will have come closer to room temperature and it will look quite wet. This is because the salt will have drawn a lot of water from out of the skin. Using kitchen towel, pat the skin completely dry. Get the towel right into the scoring and pat dry until no visible moisture remains. At this stage, if you spot any areas which haven't quite scored properly, this is a final chance to grab your knife and score any area you may have missed. Next, rub 2 tablespoons of oil all over the skin, making sure the rind is completely coated. Place the crisper plate into the base of your air fryer drawer. This will allow the fat and juices to drain, and place the joint on top, rind side up. We're going to start by roasting at 200 degrees Celsius, that's 390 degrees Fahrenheit, for 25 minutes. Remember, this is for a 1 kilogram joint, so you may have to adjust your timing slightly. Wow, that's well on its way to being absolutely perfect. Now, we're going to turn the temperature right down and reset the air fryer to 160 degrees Celsius, that's 320 degrees Fahrenheit, and roast for a further 30 minutes. This is going to cook the joint through and dry out and crisp the crackling even further. Look at that, that looks amazing. At this point, if you've got a probe thermometer, quickly check the internal temperature of the meat to ensure it's cooked. Pushing the probe into the thickest part of the joint, the thermometer should read at least 65 degrees Celsius. Mine is 72.7, so that's absolutely perfect. Let's remove the joint from the air fryer. Just listen to that. Now cover it with foil and allow it to rest for at least 15 minutes before carving. Remember to save the fat that has collected in the bottom of the drawer. It makes delicious roast potatoes. Now let's take a look at the crackling. It should be golden, crispy, not at all hard, and most of all really tasty. You should be able to snap it easily and enjoy it without breaking your teeth. And that's it. Carve it up, giving everybody a piece of the crackling, and serve it with roast potatoes, your favourite veg, and of course a good dollop of apple sauce. All that's left to say is enjoy this delicious roast pork dinner, like the video, share it with your friends, and let me know how you get on.